You see,
Don't get
phase
it.
1, collect
You see.
underpants.
Phase
Phase 2,
collect under.
phase 3, profit.
Oh, I get it. No, you don't, fat ass.
Laid gay, dropping rhymes that slay. In the golden era, where the real ones play. GCA crew, keeping it true. Spitting dope lines till the break of day. Back in the day, we had the style. Retro beats with that smooth vinyl dial. Flow so fresh, lyrics so tight. Representing the essence, shining so bright. Golden era, where the legends reside. Laid and gay, taking you for a ride. GCA, bringing the classic sound. Hip-hop pioneers holding the crown. Golden era, where the legends reside. Laid and gay, taking you for a ride. GCA.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 67 of Late and Gay with the GCA. I am your host tonight, Hoodie D. We're going to get right into the show. Mr. Hayden Wayne, how are you tonight?
I'm doing good. Happy to be here. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, about the technical difficulties, but Mo fucked it up and then left, and we were left to clean up the trash, and it just took a lot more housekeeping than we were expected. But we're here later and gayer than ever. Happy to have you all this evening.
All right, sir. ABF, how goes it?
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you.
No way. Holy
You're
shit,
doing
that-
incredible.
Wow.
I actually was muted.
Damn.
All right, Daggerdoll, you win this time. Move on.
Okay, then. Mr. Yo Pops, the newest media sensation. Congrats on that last stream, sir. I joined for a little bit, but how are you?
Good. Just tired. Been running around, but out here doing the damn thing. So let's go.
Hey, man, you're doing great work. Everyone here is loving to see it. When I see you go live, it's like, shit, I'm driving. I want to see it, but I'm doing something. It's like, but yeah, you're doing great, man. Keep it up. Your channel is growing, so love to see it.
Thank you.
Lady Medea, how are you today?
Doing great. Finally slowing down with the packing. Last night, I found a moment with, hey, what am I doing at the bottom? That's okay. That's better. So yesterday I found a moment to go and catch up on the movies. Went to see Jurassic Park. I know, fashionably late, but I really wanted to see it to compare to the rest of it. I will keep my thoughts to myself, but I did get the ticket to see the Superman. I gotta be prepared. I have a feeling. What?
No, the comment.
Oh,
Keep
Oh.
going.
Just keep going, Magda. Just keep going.
Keep going.
But yeah. So I want to make sure that the tickets are not sold out for tomorrow. So I got my ticket.
No.
I'm well prepared, and yeah, not too excited, but it needs to be done.
Yeah, well, I'd love to talk to you about Jurassic World when we get a few moments here.
Yeah.
Superman, we're definitely going to be talking about that a little bit tonight. Yeah. So, Mr. Naggerdall, how goes it?
Oh, it's going good. I've had a pretty good, crazy, last 24 hours. I actually saw a good movie for once. And it had some good music in it. It's called K-Pop Demon Slayers, I think it's called.
Saw you posted about that, and now I'm like,
Oh,
what?
man.
I hadn't heard of this.
Oh, man, it's so good. I think Erwin actually mentioned it the other day, but I forgot that it was an actual Netflix movie until I saw Phil and Leon were talking about it on Moxie's stream the other night. And yeah, it's actually pretty good. It's it's kind of a girly thing, but if you ever watched Powerpuff Girls back in the day, it's along those lines. So
Okay.
yeah, it was actually a really good movie. Yeah, and I've had a video blow almost that. I'm 7 away from 200 views right now on a video I released less than 24 hours ago. So go check that out. And yeah, about to have some fun here.
Awesome. And for our guest tonight, Mr. Zachary's Art. How are you, sir? I'd love to hear what you're all about, please.
I'm just chilling.
Thank you for inviting me on the show. No. You caught me at a time when you messaged me. You're like, hey, yo, you want to come on the show? And I was like, maybe I should come on the show. It's been a fucking minute since I went ahead and went on a podcast. I was like, or podcast streaming, whatever the fuck it is. So like, yeah. So I was just like, all right, bet. Like, I'm all with it. So. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. But anybody who doesn't know me, I like to draw. So I'm doing I do a lot of commissions, I do a lot of freelance illustrations, I'm making my own comic books and stuff. And I'm currently in the middle of penciling Vaughn's cover for his third issue. He's about to launch very soon. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, if you feel like it, Zach, you can you can draw a Nagranol instead during the stream here. It won't take that long because of how small his cards are. So
Yes, and my request is the big penis on his forehead.
Whoa, hey.
It'd be funny if during the stream Zach just gets distracted and he actually starts drawing a penis on his commission work on accident. He's like, God damn it.
Dude, listen, man, I'll tell you, right? So I know it's hard to believe, but like, bro, I sell tires at a tire place, right now. And dude, the amount of fucking bullshit and stories that I get from like weird ass people, dude, it's crazy, man.
At a tire store, huh? Sure.
Yeah, man. I was in a shouting match earlier today with an Indian guy because I said his appointment. Yeah. I was like, he's like, my appointment was at 1:30, and it's only been a half hour. The job should have been at 1:30. I'm like, dude, you showed up at 1:30. I can't get the job done in seconds at 1:30. Like the appointment's only for. So I was like, I can't just I told him, like, I can't just magically wish for the car to be done. It just doesn't work like that, dude. Like, oh man, yeah.
Well, Zach, if you don't mind me asking, what got you into, or what inspired you to be an artist?
What is it? I broke into comics in 5th grade. I read my first comic book, and I was like, shit, this is what I want to do. Man. I didn't start taking it seriously though until I was 18 years old. When I got kicked out of the house, I was like, I guess I'll go be an artist now. Like, start taking it seriously, and that's when I released. I poured every amount of money outside of buying comic books into paper materials and all that kind of stuff to really step it up. But yeah, then I went to the Joe Kubert School, which is comic book college for nerds and shit. So they teach you how to draw and whatever. So I went there for 3 years, and I've just been freelancing ever since I got out.
Nice. Awesome, man. It seems like you're very passionate about it. So you got any art you could show us real quick?
So I can show you. There's one cover I just finished penciling a couple days ago. I can't show you that. It's for this guy on Twitter. His name, I forget what his name is. He's writing a novel, so I'm doing that, and I just finished the pencils yesterday. But this is Vaughn's 3rd issue cover. I'm in the middle of penciling, so if you want to full screen this shit,
full screen it, hoodie.
Yeah, I'm trying.
It's in the penciling stage, so it's the only way you can catch it.
How do I full screen?
Kind of see it. Go. You should be able to click. There we go.
There you go.
There we go.
Oh, okay. Here we go. So here we go. It's like a villain's cover. So there's a guy who's beaten, and there's like a superhero chick who's trying to pick him up, and then you've got the villains all together in a team. Yeah. So I'm in the middle of penciling that, and it's actually pretty cool. It's coming out pretty good, dude. I gotta be honest, man. I've actually just came out of struggling, not drawing, for about a month.
Hell yeah! I mean, once you get past that creative block, dude, that feels so good.
I feel bad because this fucking dude, man. I feel so bad, man. I really do, man. Like, what's his name? He's Dr. Coleman. Like, yeah. D.S. Coleman, Coleman author. Like, I feel bad for him, dude, because like he's been waiting on me to get this done, and dude, it's struggling. So I've been in a groove just banging shit out, dude. Like it's great to be back into it. It's a fucking rut, man, when you're in it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. We got Nomi here on brand, showing up a little late and gay. How are you, Nomi?
Oh,
I'm doing really good. Sorry, guys, I was busy making dinner.
well, that's what you get for being gay. Like, don't make dinner. Like,
No,
or maybe
only
you
gay
do
thing
make dinner. Like, because you gotta be in the kitchen. You gotta stay in the kitchen.
and I'm gonna make damn sure that that person who I'm making the dinner for is gonna be well served.
Oh, all right.
There you go.
Can't argue that.
So this is the this is the food section of the show. Nomi, what did you make?
Full screen.
Chicken parmesan tacos.
Oh, there we go.
Nice.
Yeah,
Wait,
so I just
what?
got flour tortillas, and then I made it with the chicken, the ground chicken, and then some sauce that I made, and then the pearls of the mozzarella, and then arugula salad with lemon dressing.
I love how
Yeah.
I love how in the back Nomi has a beef chart, literally like the butcher's like cut section, like little poster or the
Bro,
thing. Oh my goodness, I just noticed that now. That is awesome.
Bro, she just straight
Yeah.
rolled the R on that. She like torta.
Well, I'm kind of trilingual, so yeah,
Oh,
I can roll my R's pretty good. But yeah, that's why I was late. And then for dessert is Oreos.
Hell yeah.
Oreos.
I did not have time to make the Oreos. Like,
Can,
yeah,
well, you can't go wrong with Oreos.
Oreos.
but cheers, guys! I'm about
Cheers.
to take a bite into my chicken parmesan chalupa here.
Come
Nom,
on.
nom, 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 nom.
Damn,
boy.
Now I'm starving.
Yo, the Taco Bell chicken. I just
Oh,
Okay, before we get into the first topic of tonight, we do have a few chats I want to hit here. Yo, Pops.
All right, what do we got here? Nishi does gaming, becomes a GCA member. Nishi, what is going on? Thank you so much for the support. How are you doing out there? Thank you so much. And
Thank you,
what do we got
Nishi.
here?
thank you.
Let's keep it moving. Atomic Patriot, member for 3 months with a member message. Let's go. Fashionably late and gay, of course. As long as you're fashionable, then you can be late and gay. Let's
Very
go.
fashionable.
We got one more here.
One more. Smooth the DJ. What's up, Smooth? How you doing, brother? Member for 5 months. Let's fucking go. With a member message. Thanks, Nomi. Now I'm hungry again. Hail to my favorite figs. Hell
I'm
yeah.
starving now. Damn it.
No, seriously. I wasn't hungry now. I was hungry earlier, but now I'm just
I
like,
know. As soon as she showed that.
oh.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Smooth. All right, so got a few topics for tonight. The first one here, I'm sure you guys have seen, especially in our sphere here. We are talking about James Gunn. Says that Superman is about an immigrant that came from other places and how we've lost the value of basic human kindness. Yes, it's about politics. So before I let you guys take it away here, they were this close, in my opinion. They were this close to the marketing, everything being just about the movie and not about a message or anything political. And at the premiere, we had a couple different things said by James Gunn and Sean Gunn. What do you all think about this statement here? Superman is an immigrant.
Well,
Okay. Well, no. You go ahead. You go ahead.
Well, let me start with this. They fell into the trap of that same journalist that has asked everyone, is this the gayest whatever ever? But it's the same guy. He asks all of those questions. He gets the headlines. Like, but I don't know why people can't see this and just like skirt past some of his questions, because he asks things that he knows is going to be controversial, and he knows that any answer they give is going to be a controversial answer for somebody on either side. With somebody like this, you have to be media trained well enough to be able to skirt past it and just move around, because the question is Superman an immigrant? And they say, yes. He is. He's very much an immigrant. That's obviously going to drive a divide, but it's also going to cause people to talk about it, which is what we're doing now. And the all press is good press does not exist anymore. You need to be very careful about what you say, because now that all of the regular people have a voice, it could very quickly backfire on you. And that's what we've seen happen a lot. But I am curious what you guys have to say.
I wanted to say this because I saw this stupid interview, like them saying like he's an immigrant and he came to America. Like, you are pushing something that doesn't need to be pushed. Superman was created for the sake of inspiring people. Like, you can do better. You can be this. You can do that. You are putting something that wasn't there before. However, I want to go to the actor who's playing Superman. I feel bad for him because he got a role, a really good role for an iconic character, a well-known hero. And he just wants to do the job of acting, and that they're pushing the stupid agenda. And now there's people like us, like, well, now we don't want to see it because they're pushing something that I don't want to hear. I do not want to be lectured. I just want to have an escapism. And then there's this guy who's like, I'm Superman, and I just want to, I just want to have people have a good time watching this movie. So that's what I'm just saying. I'm just like, I feel bad for him that he got kind of swung up in this when it didn't need to be.
You actually just made me think of something, Nomi, because honestly, this question is extremely disingenuous.
It is.
Yeah, it's a straight up lie, actually, because he's not an immigrant. He didn't move from one place to another. He came from outer space as an extraterrestrial.
But he was adopted as Clark Kent. They filed the paperwork.
Found him in like a field or something.
I know, but he got adopted into an American family. There you go.
So, all right,
legal.
I want to go. I got a couple things to say. Okay. So when I go into debate, don't take this as if I'm a Zack Snyder fan or anything. It has nothing. I'm just saying that when there's a certain way of debating this topic, especially with DC products, for movies, you're either going to be one-sided with the Snyderverse kind of thing, like this is how DC is, and then you have the other side of that coin where like now DC's finally getting a restart, right? So what is the most proper approach to kind of handle this new beginning? So it's a very tough in between thing to kind of find a balance, right? So going into Superman as an individual, yes, he is an extraterrestrial from outer space, and he is on a world that he does not belong. And then he starts to slowly find out his origin, and within the movie takes place 2 years after being Superman, if I remember correctly. When James Gunn goes ahead, and you could go ahead and take it in a political way, you can, right? But on the other side of that spectrum, James Gunn is also not wrong, and I do think in there's some genuine way that he's not trying to say that in a way where it's supposed to be a political statement. Because Superman, time and time again, in stories where Kurt Swan has drawn him, where Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster would work with John Byrne into the reboot, like all these different types, like Alan Moore, when he go ahead and approach it in issue 424 and other types of stories with Mongol, they all understood that they treated Superman as if he's an immigrant, but it wasn't the point that he was an immigrant. The point was it was the values that was instilled in him as he grown up by his grandparents or mom, Pa Kent in America, where it's supposed to be that American dream, because Superman was created in 1939, right before World War II, and the birth of comics, it was a whole different lifestyle then, where the American dream was possible. And I think Superman is a perfect representation of that golden age. So when James Gunn goes out and claims those kind of things, I think he's also trying to pay respects in a way where it's trying to, yes, he's doing it to kind of give you a nod that it is political, but at the same time trying to bring it to its origin state.
What about when he changes it from American way to human way, though? That's like, it seems a little...
Well, Superman, that's tough because like it used to be truth, justice, and the American dream, but then they get rid of the American dream. Yeah, so there is a I think a missed thing when it comes to him being an American, because this, reading the old comics, you can understand where his home grounds are, how he pays respects to it. So I don't know how James Gunn's going to handle it in the movie, how they're going to present that. I don't know. We know how James Gunn's style of directing is. He's kind of got that same flavor for every film he kind of does with superheroes. I like to think that the way that this movie's coming about is going to be different than that formula. And we're only seeing clips of the different trailers that keep coming out. And it's hard to judge something off of like 20, 30 seconds of it. But I really got hopes that it may not be that same dish.
James Gunn played it pretty safe, in my opinion, and so did Nathan Fillion here, especially by saying somebody needs a hug. It's just a movie, guys. And like Hayden said, this reporter knows exactly what he's saying and what he's, the way he's phrasing these questions. But right here is where things really fell apart with Sean Gunn.
Yeah.
He went on to say, yes, this is James Gunn's brother, and he went on to say that people who say they're not immigrants are against the American way, and that's what this movie is about. So that is where it got political, to the point that it was not needed. MAGA backlash in this, headline from Variety, there is no MAGA backlash to this.
No, and a lot of this has to do with the way that this little squirmy, because I can't use the word that I almost said, journalist. This is how he tries to phrase everything. He tries to make everything a massively controversial topic because it gets the clicks. Look, we're on Variety right now. He got exactly what he wanted by us pulling up this story and talking about it. That's all he cares about. He doesn't care if the movie does well. He wants one of the actors to say something controversial just so that their website will get the clicks, and he gets the highest clicked stories and probably gets a bonus for having it.
I do want to say, hopefully this has some merit, is that when we all go see the Superman film, the creator of Black Mask, Batman villain, Tom Mandrake, who was my instructor at the Cuba School, had a private screening to go see that film, and he said it was an amazing Superman movie that he's seen since Christopher Reeves, and he believes that it's amazing because it touches the character, and he thinks that he handled it. So hearing those kind of words from Tom Mandrake kind of was like, okay, this gives me some hopes, because he's a very critical person when it comes to storytelling, and that's all he cares about. So for him to come out and say that, to me, kind of really does put an expectation of, damn, this movie is going to do well for me. Hopefully.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
ABF, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this.
Yeah, I don't know. I've not been excited for this movie whatsoever. You said that the marketing's been pretty good. I kind of disagree with that. I think the marketing,
as far as not being political, it was just about the movie.
I think the marketing has been bad though, because it's been all about James Gunn, and mix that with this asshole reporter that just pulls out the worst out of people during every single interaction. It doesn't look very good. But
let me ask: is this reporter
the movie needs to speak on its own, and I think that we're just now hearing what people think about it, and it seems to be a little bit mixed right now. So
let me ask: is this reporter the same guy that pissed off Robert Downey Jr. During asking him about his family's past, kind of thing? Or I'm thinking of a different reporter. Because I did not see this.
This is the gay reporter that always, whenever Star Wars, what was that trash heap called? That most recent one? No,
Snow
not
White?
most recent.
Skywalker?
No. The stupid Disney Plus show.
Oh, the Acolyte?
Acolyte. Whenever Acolyte came out, he had Leslie Headland and whatever the other chick's name is, she's forgotten to history as far as I'm concerned. But he had them in a room and he was like, "Is this the gayest Star Wars ever?"
Oh yeah.
That guy.
And the lead actress was like, "Yeah, I think it is." And then Leslie Headland tried to backpedal for a second and she goes, "I don't know, is it?" And that was when like that show started to get the bad press. And it's always because this guy starts asking questions at premieres or whenever they're doing the media rounds. He always tries to make some controversial political statement, but not he himself making it. He asks a question that causes the actors or directors or whoever it may be to make a political statement unintentionally because they're caught off guard and trying to answer a question. That's why they all need more media training, because this guy sucks them into that trap. He doesn't care if the shows succeed or die on the vine. He just wants his articles on variety.com to get the clicks. And he gets it every time because we all keep talking about this.
Yeah. And I keep saying that I think that some of these movies will do better in public perception if everybody signs an NDA and they're not allowed to say anything about the movie.
I agree.
Just don't even talk. Leave it up to mystery. Remember when actors used to be more mysterious and people were like, "Ooh, they're cool," because we didn't know anything about them. But now that we know about them, they're all pieces of shit. We all hate them now. So,
but the other problem is that their marketing oftentimes is so bad that they rely on press tours and the actors like talking about the show and stuff to try to drive people to look at it. But all it ever really drives is a negative view towards it, because we're the people who start talking about it. The other people are talking about the trailers, sure, but we're the ones who catch on what the people are saying and go, "This motherfucker."
only have the showrunners do it, and like you were saying, give them media training.
Yep.
They only have like two people that are allowed to make statements about the movie coming out.
Absolutely.
Remember when Disney said Rachel Zegler's not allowed to talk at the premiere of Snow White?
The best move that they ever made.
Yeah.
Genius.
Took 2 years for that dust up to die down, and then they finally told her, "Shut the fuck up."
Yeah. All right, guys. The next topic is not really a topic, but rather Superman reactions are in. So I'm just on Twitter here and just scrolling to see what people think overall. First tweet here is breaking: Christopher Reeve is still the GOAT. Screen's not sharing. Come on. Sorry, guys. Discussing film is now certified fresh. No surprise there. Nerdrotic. Superman was not woke and a total disappointment. So
that one actually that's the one that got me the most, just because I didn't think that the marketing for this was absolutely terrible. There was enough there that kept me like curious about it. And I was like, okay, maybe there's some context missing, and I was still kind of wanting to go see it, but as soon as Gary came out and he goes, "It was not woke and it was a total disappointment," I go, "Oh, damn it." So maybe it's worth checking out, but I feel like I'm probably not gonna like it very much.
I mean, I will say
I'll just watch Adam's Family Values. I want to see Professor.
I will say this though. I just wish that we can get a Superman movie where I can see villains like Parasite or Metallo come on screen, because I'm like, how many times am I going to see Luthor? Can I get like a really cool villain that hasn't been done yet? Like somebody that's not quote unquote like another Superman version? Like we got
General Luthor again.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, dude. I'll tell you, like, Parasite's a badass villain, man. I mean, even Killer Frost. Or man, I could go on, but like I feel like the top dogs would be Metallo for one, and then Parasite, and then I don't know. Keep going. I'm sorry, I'm geeking out.
No, you're good.
That's good.
You're good, dude.
It's great when these movies come out like that. It's great, but like, god damn, dude, like there's so many good villains, and I'm like, why are we getting like what, the engineer? I was like kind of like whatever, I could live without. Or Ultraman. I think that's way too early on.
I do actually like the fact that as far as is advertised, because again, I have not seen the movie yet, but I actually enjoyed that they were showing us that, you know, Superman is dealing with all of these various different villains throughout the course of I believe this movie takes place over 2 weeks. Or maybe it's 1 week, but there's all of these different things going on, and he's got to go and take care of those. I liked that. I liked seeing the kaiju. I was like, okay, cool. I get to see Superman fight a kaiju, and you know, it'll only be a couple of minutes in the movie or whatever, but it'll be cool to see how Superman's dealing with all of these different things, because you know, nothing happens whenever you look at the world. Nothing happens in oh, this one thing happened this day, and then there was 6 months that it was quiet, and then something else happened. No, Superman's trying to solve the problems as they're popping up, and to have a lot of problems popping up was kind of a cool concept. I was excited to see how all of this was going to kind of play together, and to hear that it's kind of not really playing together super well. I'm kind of like, oh, okay, so it is the messy, sloppy thing that everybody thought it was going to be.
But okay, so I agree. I can agree with you there. I do. It's probably maybe when you were saying it's a bad mishandling. I think it's like, because when you read I think out of all the superhero characters in both properties, Superman is the one character where he literally around the clock is flying around the world doing a fucking 1,000 different things. Where like if you had Green Lantern, Hawkwoman, Metamorpho, all these other random bits and pieces with Mr. Terrific and all that kind of yada yada yada. It's like, okay, you know, is he going to show us that he's really going around the world and kind of having an identity crisis with himself, because you know, he's got to find a way to balance it all as well being a reporter, which is what he generally likes doing.
Absolutely.
Well, this is supposed to be the foundation of the DCU, right?
Yes.
Do you let's say that this movie is just mediocre, like some people are saying. Is that enough for them to continue on with their, you know, future plans, or do you think that the studio was waiting and hoping that this was going to be a hit before they greenlight stuff? I think some things were already greenlit, but I'm sure they were holding back on other things, right?
I feel like this will be a Batman v Superman kind of situation where they have this whole thing planned out, but maybe they've greenlit 2 other things, and they're like, okay, we're going to go ahead and make these, but if these don't hit, you know, it's like the moving goalpost thing, like, oh, Superman's got to hit, so we're going to greenlight these 2 because we think it will. And then it doesn't. And they go, well, we've greenlit these things, so once these things hit, like, we'll be good to go ahead and start pushing further into the DCU that we want to have. And you know, if they don't hit, I think we're going to get a died on the vine, just like we did with Snyder.
Well, they might think that they can salvage it on the next movie or 2, right?
Yeah. And they might could. But Gunn would have to learn to stop doing that shit that he does in every movie, where from what I've heard of everybody saying, it's like you have this moment where, you know, emotions are kind of running high and you're kind of like locked in the scene, and then there's got to be some weird comic relief because Gunn doesn't know how to let a scene just play out.
Yeah.
And as soon as I heard that, I was like, yep, that sounds like a James Gunn movie.
So let me ask you this, and I'm actually generally curious, right? For example, like, what about the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 at the ending where they kind of have Yondu die, and he carried that emotional moment throughout with no humor in between. So, I mean, do you think that he just kind of does it every time, or it's just like, again, is something maybe he's doing it intentionally? I'm actually curious to know, because I think he can capture that moment when he really wants to.
I think he can, but I think he waits until the final moment because that's the moment he wants to be the emotional moment, right? Like he doesn't want to give those moments throughout a whole movie. He wants to wait until it's the one that he thinks is big. So every one of them that happens in between, he needs to kill it with some kind of comic relief. And then like let the scene continue to play out. Like it's okay, time to change scene, time to move on to the next thing. and then the final one that he thinks is his like opus magnum, like that's the one that's the only one he'll allow to play.
I see. Okay.
Night Saber, I'm mad that you caught that.
Here we got Yellow Flash says Superman was great, nothing woke, and the immigrant thing is BS. It's a fun comic book movie and unapologetically so. Just scrolling through Twitter here before I got on the show, it was very divisive here. I tend to try to keep my, opinion for myself. So I am going to go see this movie and form my own opinion. But it's always interesting to see the initial release thoughts, especially on a comic book movie. It's way different than your traditional movie because there's a bunch of nerds and it's just always a fun time. So I'm excited to see it.
I'd like to see these people's reactions after they watch the movie for a second or a third time too. You know what I mean? Because you have to kind of wonder when Iron Man first came out, that was the kickoff to the MCU. I feel like that movie was very like rewatchable, and it was a great movie to get normies in and stuff like that too. And I don't know if this is that for DCU.
I've heard a lot of people saying it's a great kids movie. Like a lot of people have said like, oh, this is a great kids movie. Like if you're just not thinking about it, if you just turn off your brain, this is a great like comic book superhero movie. And I don't know.
Kind of funny you just said that, Hayden. Chris Gore said he thinks he's a great Superman, but he said it's a Superman for Gen Z, for the TikTok generation. Hyper fast pace is both a strength and a weakness. Everything about this Superman is the polar opposite of Zack Snyder's. There's terrible lore-breaking story element involving Superman's Kryptonian heritage that was truly awful. I hope that gets fixed somehow in a future film. He does go on to say it will be divisive and create the conversations that I've had so many times in a comic book store, which is what I was just talking about. That's the kind of conversations that are going to come from a film like this. Chris Gore seems to have liked it, not liked it too much, but like I said, I'm gonna go see it. I'm sure Lady Medea is gonna go see it. We're gonna put out a review for it, and if anyone else here sees it, of course, we want to know your thoughts.
I might go see it end of next week if it's playing, but I'm at work. Everything is coming out when I'm at work, and it really pisses me off because there's not a theater around here. And then the theater that's closest to me whenever I'm at home is an hour drive away, and it only has 2 screens. And they cycle through movies so fast that I don't ever get a chance to catch anything. If I want to go see anything else whenever I'm at home, it's a 2-hour drive to get to a theater. So I'm going to try to go see it whenever I get home, not this weekend, but next weekend. But we'll see.
Well, Hoodie, I have a question for you. If this movie appeals to the TikTok brain, how the hell am I going to be able to scroll through TikTok while I'm watching it?
Oh, no. I see what you did there.
That's the point. James Gunn cracked the code. If you don't have time to scroll through TikTok, you'll actually pay attention to his movie.
No.
Oh, wow.
I don't know about that one, but listen, if kids like the movie, that's a good thing, in my opinion. That's a good thing. But it really, who's going to carry the film is the general audience. So that's what matters.
Is it a good thing, or does it dumb down the future general audience?
As if the future general audience is sort of dumbed down.
Yeah.
I think it can go either way, because if you're having a new generation have an interest or a spark in Superman, very similar to how Iron Man did, which I'm not saying it's gonna be on that same level. I don't think it ever will be. But you're coming out with a new film, someone who's 4, 5, 6 years old sees this and falls in love with it. They're gonna go down the Superman rabbit hole and whatever else. And I personally think that is a good thing. But I can see what you're saying, Hayden.
The super hole.
That's what happened to me, though. Like, obviously, I knew who Spider-Man was, but Iron Man, no one knew who Iron Man was. It wasn't a household name.
It's true.
And that's what, as a kid, I was like, okay, that was cool. I'm gonna go look at some Iron Man comics or whatever. So, in that aspect, that's what I'm talking about. I think that's good.
I just worry that like it starts to pull movies if it is like successful, that it starts to pull movies in the direction of, okay, focus on the TikTok audience, where we could all enjoy it because like, yeah, we like the like more quick paced, but then it's like, wait, that scene wasn't done yet and you've already kind of moved on to the next thing. Like what, there was so much more you could have expounded upon there, and you just ignored it and you skipped it, and now we're missing like part of the story, but the younger generation doesn't care because they're on to the next flashy thing.
I feel like a lot. Sorry,
Go ahead.
I feel like a lot of new movies do that already, though. So it's like
They
it's
do.
kind of par for the course already. It's like, you know,
Yeah, maybe.
it's what the kids want, and that's what they're gonna do. Like we're all old. We're pretty much old, and they don't care about us.
Yeah,
It's about
that's
the new
the
generation,
that's
you know what I mean?
the that's just the evolution of the movie. It's
Yeah.
it's just going to happen, unfortunately. I mean, think about the old movies. They're boring to us, right? Because there
Yeah.
was no action. Everything was too slow. Our great grandparents enjoyed it, but for us, it was like, hey, you know.
True.
But,
Yeah, it's
I mean,
like grandpa. He's like, hey, you want to sit down and watch this Western with me? And like most kids now, they're like, this is super
way.
boring. What are you talking about? This is horrible.
I mean, dude, eventually, the number one movie in this fucking country is gonna be a thing called ass. It's just gonna be someone's ass on the screen. That's all it's gonna be. Just like in the
with this super haul.
Hey,
Super
at
hole, yeah.
least just whenever ass comes out, it'll probably be less than 2.5 hours.
I know, that's less than 2.5 hours.
Hey,
So
shout
I-
out to K-pop Demon Hunters there. It's only like an hour and a half. It felt like it felt long, and it was like I was like, are we getting a sequel here? It was like, is this gonna wrap up in the time that we have? And it did.
What
pulled through.
concerns me more is that you saw it in Agronal.
I'm
Dude,
looking for it right now.
Chan and Leon were talking it up like it was the movie of the year. So I had
Don't listen to Leon. Jeez.
I know.
Leon doesn't have the
Yep.
worst takes, all right? Sometimes he's got a good one.
Yeah, broken
Wasn't
clock
bad.
is right twice a day. So
Yeah.
I think Irwin said he liked it
Hayden,
too. I
to
don't
your
know if he actually
point,
saw it though.
I don't want the movie to be like flashy, cool scene. You know, that's not what I want. What I was saying was a different, like, I just want kids to enjoy it and
Yeah.
get invested in this stuff. You know, that's all I was saying.
Like I said, I was just saying that I worry about the repercussions of having that type of movie. But as everybody pointed out, yeah, that's probably the way it's going. And that's probably why I don't watch shit anymore except for live streams on YouTube.
yeah, agreed. I can agree with you on that one. I can agree with you on that one.
So it seems like half the panel is interested in Superman, the other half doesn't really care.
I don't
I'm
care.
gonna-
I'm not
I'm
gonna
not
watch
gonna
it.
watch it.
I'm gonna watch
I
it
don't
for
care about
free
this.
somehow.
So
Not gonna
For
tell you
me-
how, but
Well, if you do that, let me know. Maybe I'll pop in.
So
I mean,
okay.
I really. Oops, sorry, go, bro.
I was just going to say to ABF's point, I was thinking of the same thing, watching it for free somehow. But from what I've heard from a ton of people, this is a movie that needs to be enjoyed in a crowd experience, because like you'll actually enjoy it more if the crowd is there with you, because they
but I
like,
can
hype
still go
up
back
moments.
and watch. I can watch Iron Man without the crowd and enjoy it.
Sure.
I just
But
did recently.
I mean, if there is an optimum experience to have, I would like to at least experience that and then maybe go back, give it a rewatch alone and be like, okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Guess
From
it
my
depends on if you
experience,
like crowds or not.
people mostly suck. So I'm
Yeah, that's
comfortable
true.
with my 75-inch TV and 5.1 sound. So
Yeah, last time I went to a theater, it was practically empty, and a fucking group of people decided to sit like directly behind me anyway, and I was like, great, now I gotta listen to these fucking people talk the whole time.
You
I just told them
didn't
to
want
shut
to
up.
bond with them? Like, damn.
No, I don't.
You say a bong?
Yeah,
I
was like,
understand ABF. I have a
Hell yeah.
77-inch OLED and the surround sound. I love it. But going to the theater is still an unmatched experience.
Yeah, if it's
That
a
is
really
true.
good movie that I'm looking forward to, then of
It's
course I'm gonna go to the
like,
theater. But if it's
for me-
Superman that I don't give a fuck about, then I'm not gonna
Get
bother making it
drunk or
worse.
something, dude. They don't sell alcohol at your movie theater. You get a couple
they do.
drinks.
I mean, I guess I
Bring
could
vape
find
pen in
one.
there. You just blaze up a little bit, drink a couple, couple beers in
I
there,
don't-
and just whatever.
Oh,
Or
man.
if you're just like me, if you're hanging out with me, I sneak that into the theater.
There
I'm not
we
paying-
go.
Pull
I'm
pizzas
not-
into the theater too.
I have
There we go.
snuck in
So
pizzas
do
into
I.
the theater before. I'm not
In my-
paying
in my-
$8 for a can like that. You're crazy.
Yeah.
The last time I was in a theater, I was watching Sonic 3. And
Hell yeah.
That's what I went to see.
Hell fucking yeah, dude.
I had to turn to my left and tell the like 16 or 17-year-old kids sitting next to me to shut the fuck up. Because they were like, every time there would be a cameo, they would like jump out of their seat and be like, oh my God. And I finally got fed up with it.
Hayden,
shut the fuck up.
Bro, you
were
were
you in the
like,
same theater, Hayden? Because I feel like that was me as the kid, like, oh, and then I hear someone
like, the standing and jumping. I'm in the back row for a reason, man.
Hayden, and the kids were like, "Okay, boomer."
Yes, and they shut the fuck up for a little while.
This guy literally was the guy in the theater. He's like, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to watch Sonic eat a chili.
This old guy, he's fucking old and shit. Trying to enjoy the movie.
Listen, I was sitting there. I was like maybe 5 drinks in, and I was like, all right, I'm not dealing with this shit anymore.
Oh my God.
It'd be like our parents fucking going to watch, I don't know,
You
fucking
do
Pokemon
have
or
some
something.
rare moments, bro, like Endgame. That is a fucking experience. I mean, like, that's like a people that when we get older, or people younger that, like, honestly, people who saw Star Wars Episode 4 for the very first time, that was probably like that. Only it was Endgame for us, you know. So like, there's gonna be certain films that may not have the greatest story, but if it's like you guys said, it's the experience, and that's what matters and carries a property over.
No, those were Infinity War and Endgame were cultural like moments. Like,
But when Knuckles comes on screen and he was already in all the fucking advertisements, it's like, dude, you knew he was gonna be here. Why are you acting like this?
Shut up, old man. Go to Denny's. Go to Denny's, old man.
You mean Shadow?
And then suddenly you hear someone yell, "What the fuck is up, Denny's?"
At least you didn't go see the Minecraft.
That's a deep cut.
I don't know.
Imagine Hayden in the Minecraft movie. Oh my God, that would have been.
Oh, that's the reason I didn't go.
Lady Medea,
I was
maybe
gonna
you
go
can
watch
vouch
it
for
to
this,
review
but,
it with Hoodie and Magda, and there's a reason I didn't go watch Minecraft. I saw what was happening in theaters. I was like, no, nope, not happening.
You would have loved it, Aiden. Come on.
I didn't want to get showered.
Well,
and
I'm not
popcorn.
gonna be
Movie
lying.
going experience. Come on, dude.
I
Full
would have
fucking
been that douchebag that would have been throwing fucking popcorn all over the
with fucking
place.
zapping the chicken and shit. He's fucking the fool with the chicken and shit.
Hey, if everyone's doing it, it's like
Dude,
let it
honestly,
roll.
bro, I would have fucking done it if I like if I had time to watch that movie in theaters. I would have done that. But by the time I was considering it, they had warnings that you.
Oh yeah, they did the bands and everything. No
Yeah,
chickens allowed. No
Yeah, somebody brought a chicken to the theater. That's fucking crazy.
Justin, that sounds like a dangerous game.
Or movie night.
Oh, dude.
But no, like Lady Medea, can you vouch for this? When I go on a Thursday night preview, it's usually not full. Usually I get a row or at least like 6-7 seats to myself. So I agree with you guys. I hate sitting next to randoms. I hate being in a full theater. I actually had to deal with that Thursday night for Jurassic World, which was shocking to me because that was the first movie that's been packed this year for me on a Thursday night. I mean, Jurassic World had the whole theater was full, and it was very I hate when there's like stupid jokes in a movie, but people laugh and then everyone else starts laughing, but it's really not funny.
Yeah. Well, here,
maybe you weren't sophisticated enough to understand it, Hoodie. Huh? You ever thought about that?
Hoodie,
You're the dumb one.
Let me just reinforce what I said earlier. When I said I don't want to go to the movie theater for this movie, it was because of Creature Commandos. Creature Commandos was the actual kickoff to the DCU. You guys know that, right?
Yeah, and I didn't watch it.
That's part of the DCU, and they made fun of MAGA people in the first 30 seconds of the TV show.
Oh wow!
And the TV show itself wasn't very good either. I forced myself to watch the first 4 episodes of it, and I was like, I'm not interested in opening my wallet to this franchise. So
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Quite honestly, I would have been surprised if they didn't say weren't talking shit on MAGA people. You know what I mean? Like if I ever watch anything that's new, that's not gonna be like, okay, they're gonna say something about Trump or something. If they done, I'm like, oh shit, okay, oh wow, pleasantly surprised. You know what I mean? kind of expected nowadays. I mean.
Watch the first minute and a half of Creature Commandos of the very first episode.
I'll creature your commando.
You'll realize that James Gunn hates you.
Okay, well, yeah. I mean, come on, we all, we all know he hates us, but.
All right, everybody, we got a few chats to get through here.
Yeah, we do.
Man, we got a gay boy in chat also.
Yeah,
Let's see. Where we started? Or is Nightsaber right here? Okay, Nightsaber member for 3 months. Nightsaber, what's going on? Let's see. I'm trying to scrape something together for dinner. Nomi, thanks for a bit of inspiration. Hail, you gay folks. Nightsaber scraping up the slot bucket or what? Fucking all
Hail
the
Nightsaber.
Well, if you're
the
nearby,
garbage can?
Nightsaber, I would have definitely made you an extra piece of dinner.
Ooh.
Yeah, Nomi did the classic. She pulled a hoodie mixing the Mexican and Italian.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I actually did. I combined
Italian.
That's true.
yeah, mixed Italian. That's what
I'm
I was
so
gonna call it
hungry.
now. Yeah, mixed Italian.
Mexican.
The best of both worlds, you know.
That's what you get to be, hoodie. You're a mixed Italian now.
I'll
Hey,
change
I
my
see
Hey, a la
Familiar in
verga.
A la verga.
Let's see. Oh, here we go. Jerry D Sales with the $10. What's going on, Jerry? As our in-house poet. How you doing, man? Let's see. As poets go, I'm one of the very best. My words bring inspiration thumping out of your chest. With pen, I do my part to bring a smile on your heart. All written true. Hail to all of you. Hi, Nomi, my number one fan. Woo. There we go. Wow.
Hail Jerry.
Hi, Jerry.
Beautiful.
Nice to see you.
Beautiful,
Thanks for the
Jerry.
call. Love it.
These
That's
are in-house
beautiful.
poets.
Hail Jerry.
Deaf poetry jam right over
Man.
here.
I'm gonna turn into a little song with AI.
Oh, man.
Hey, Nagernal, did he get his own role for poet in the
Yes,
Discord?
I gave it to him.
Yes.
Nice.
Like a
Nice.
squire with squire? No.
All right, we got one more from some weird guy. I don't know who
No.
this is.
Who is this guy? Mo Avocado? Mo
Avocado
Mo. Avocado Mo. MoZamboni gifting 5 GCA memberships. Yes, Mo. We obviously everyone he's not here today. He's having I think a little bit having a little fun out tonight or doing something, a little personal stuff. But hey, Mo, wherever you're at, I hope you are doing well, brother. I hope you're doing
Is he sucking Mo dicks?
Oh, hold on. That was fucking right here.
The only
There we
reason he
go.
gave those was because he caused all of our problems before.
I know he felt bad.
Yeah,
He didn't want us
I
to.
know.
He
sabotaged the entire
stream.
Yep.
Well,
That's right,
if
Mo.
anything, Mo, all I say is just swallow. Don't take it all at once.
Oh,
Mo, the fight.
You know from experience.
No, if he's not drinking, then don't. If you're drinking tequila, don't drink it all at once because that's gonna give you some major heartburn. At least for me.
Oh man, Mo, the fight ain't gonna cover it for our trauma and our pain and suffering. All right, maybe another 10. We'll do it.
Well, he sent us another
We got one more from Mo.
I'm kidding. Oh, Mo, what's up, Mo? With the $2. Let's fucking go. What's up, everyone? Miss y'all. Panel is gay, though. Well, you know what? You kind of left us like this, so it's kind of your fault, Mo. Kind of your fault. No, but we miss you too, Mo. We miss you too. Hope you're doing well. Stay safe out there, brother.
Yeah, man. Take it easy.
Don't
And
wonder
we
how
have
many.
someone
What
new
it
in
tastes
the
like.
chat tonight.
Who do we got? K Stark. $1.99 super
$1.99.
sticker.
Whoa.
Let's go.
Shout out.
It's a unboxing sticker.
Ooh, unboxing.
It is.
Unboxing.
I've never
I
seen
think
that
that's
before.
Because we do a thumbs up for
box.
Cornboy, but
Unboxing.
okay, that's going to turn
Shout
into some
out,
sort of dirty
K-Star.
joke, I'm sure, in a little bit.
Thank you for joining the
Probably.
chat.
Thank you, K-Star.
Thank you, Kate. Thank you.
All right, ABF, do you have your submissions for Secret Memer?
I do.
Okay. We are going to go ahead and get that segment started here.
Are we ready? Or want to get that one more quick chat we got down there? Or not talk about that?
Wyatt.
No. Go ahead,
Oh, you were talking during the segment.
Yeah, why was he not muted? I was muted during that. I had to unmute myself, but this guy
You
over
ruined it, you
over
pops.
here.
Shut up.
Well, anyways, thank you
Next
for
time I see you, I'm
joining
gonna just
the
go-
secret.
I didn't
viewers
know how that
segment.
happened. I don't know how that happened. It usually mute me too. It just, I don't know. Sorry. Fuck.
All right, continue. Yeah, I'll take care of Yo Pops later. And by
We
that,
have 5 submissions tonight. The
Nice.
first one here is now we showed a clip on Trigger Happy earlier
Yeah, this is fresh.
of a cop warning about a hot chick with a Nintendo trying to lure you back to her car. And
shit, I don't even like
apparently-
Nintendo.
apparently Hoodie is got lured back to her car and is also the host.
What?
Hey, I'm okay
he's-
with that.
Why does he look like Chris Angel? Fucking mind freak.
I think that's Calypso from the new Twisted Metals.
Yeah, it looks like it. That looks
Okay.
like Calypso.
It looks like
Yeah,
Bruce
somebody did
Springsteen
a
trying to
good
do
job.
magic tricks in fucking Vegas or some shit.
It does look like Chris Angel.
Oh no, guys! She lured me in her car. Help me! Oh no!
What do I do?
What are you doing,
I-
bro?
What do you call this one?
What are we calling this one?
Like I don't know, stream bait.
How about the switcheroo? Because he's gonna be missing a kidney after, you know.
Hey, we got 2. You have 2 kidneys. It's all right.
Worth it. I said it's worth it.
Okay.
Both of them are gone.
We'll do that. The switcheroo.
All right. You guys ready for the next one?
Let's go.
are you
And,
ready for the next one?
Hayden, you're doing the straw poll, right?
Yeah, I'm making the
Wait.
straw poll. Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, here's the next one.
Yeah, let's go.
Pasta
Could've used an
la
updated
pizza, Daggy.
Oh my
Please
god.
have my baby. This is Nagardol flexing. He's
Last
showing off how big his beach ball is at the beach. Can you show us Nagardol really quick? Can you show us?
Yeah. Full screen. There we go. Woo! Hold on.
Oh, the lighting's better on this side. Oh, there we go.
Oh yeah, you got that vein popping right there. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. I killed the veins to
A
pop.
nurse's wet dream.
I'm like,
Can't see it as
I'm,
good.
I'm just, I'm just curious. Am I supposed to jack off to this or like?
Yeah, you are actually.
yeah.
I'm live on screen.
Your ass is supposed to. You haven't been? What's the matter with you?
He's like,
Well,
Maybe
"Hey,
she spent a drink out.
He did agree to be on the show, Newt and Gay.
Sorry, Nishi. Nuts.
He's like, damn, I got my pants taken off already. Like,
Yeah, shit. I don't have any pants. Yeah. Why think you can't see the
Yeah,
bottom?
you guys are
of
wearing
it?
pants?
he's like,
Hold on.
All right. What do you guys want to call this one?
I have no idea. Daggy's beach ball.
I'm gonna come.
What is the girl saying? I can't even read this. Hold on.
Please have my babies.
All right.
Daggy's
You got it, girl.
Lord.
He's in black and white too. Like,
I know she's in black and white for some reason.
yeah. You're so white. Look how white you are.
I know.
I know.
Dude, I have literally been like tanning every fucking day. I don't know what's going on.
Wearing a turtleneck
Ooh,
as he
Irish.
went to the beach.
love-
to tan.
I love this fake ass smile that he has too.
That's not a smile. That's an.
Oh, what Risket said. Make it that.
There you go,
Arnold Gerdal.
Arnold Gernal.
Or Beach Nagy. That's good too.
I think Beach Nagy.
Arnold
might fit
Nagy's
so
the
true.
meme
Someone
better.
said nag gun. No, gunner.
AB, that's what I'm saying.
Nag gun. No. I don't care. Just send
Next
it.
one. This,
All right, Beach
labeled,
Nagy for that one.
this one's labeled Super Figs.
Excellent.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Oh,
That
snap.
fits.
The Figacy begins. Looks like I'm Lex Luthor. Is that Hoodie?
I think so.
I think.
That's Nomi, right?
Okay,
That's
yeah,
no-
that's home.
yeah.
How can you guys
Okay.
even tell? I can't tell.
Obviously,
Yeah.
no. Well, hey, okay, Yo Pops, we get all white people look alike.
Yeah. First of all, the one guy's gray. Okay, so
Yeah, how did
no.
you get hoodie from that? I can't even. Well, I can't
That's
see.
Hoodie.
No, that's Hoodie for sure.
Yeah, it is.
I can't tell.
I can't
Yeah.
tell.
It's cool. Yo Pops,
I would
all your
know
people look
after
alike to me.
process
So.
elimination.
Motherfucker.
Here's Yo Pops right here. Check him out.
Okay, at least I'm not the dog. Jeez.
Nah, he's the journalist.
Oh man, there's Magda, Hayden. Is
Oh
that
my
Nagano?
god.
I think that's
Probably. You
I think
can't
that's
Yeah.
supposed to be
see
Nagano.
my face.
And then I don't know who that would be, if that is anybody. Super Figs, Figacy.
Jess must be
That's
Jess.
pretty good.
I'm calling that one
Just say
Super
Jess.
Figs.
That's close.
Yeah.
Hayden is like a new hairstyle for you. I love
Yeah, I don't like it.
I don't know.
I will keep my
think-
2 foot long hair, thank you.
You could donate your hair and you could rock the bowl cut.
Yeah, looks like you're about to.
You know what?
Go,
If I get one of the lantern rings, I will absolutely do that.
Hayden looks like he's about to go build a barn in fucking Pennsylvania with like 50 other people that look just like him. All hand built and shit.
No, what was that character from Kingpin?
Oh,
You
yeah.
know?
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
that movie is so good. Holy shit.
Like, yeah. Is that Jeff Daniels' character? Or fucking,
No.
I don't remember.
I
That's-
forgot that guy's name. Oh,
Yeah, he was Awkward.
Oh my!
Oh
my god!
Oh, here we go.
Whoever made this is banned from the Discord. You're banned from the chat. You're banned from every other chat that I see you in that I'm a mod on, which is pretty much all the other chats.
this is Nagy Griffin.
Yeah.
I mean, this is an improvement on the original picture, but still, fuck you.
Oh my god.
What do you mean puke, Jess? That's just my face on another person's body. Am I that fucking ugly? Come on.
Damn, Jess. That's
Well,
fucked up.
That's the reason why I'm not calling you for dinner, Nagy.
I
like
Can
the
we do this
minimal
one?
effort in changing the hair color on Nag's head to match the red.
Hayden,
man.
make it Nagget. No, stop it.
Nag
Nagget.
it.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah.
Nagget.
Nag it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't be such a nagget.
That's
doesn't-
right.
The hair doesn't even like match though. It's like so weird.
I
It's
know,
like, there's
it's
hair
so
behind my
funny.
head. It's like what
That's
the
like you got the brown in front and the red in back.
What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
I
This
could,
is
like-
I like when my
This is a
hair-
real
see you
picture.
showing up to I could see you showing up to MegaCon like this next year.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be a good cosplay.
Right. Yeah,
can
great
see
cosplay.
this is a real picture, you guys.
Looks like a troll doll.
It does kind of look like a troll doll. Look at that bunch, dude.
You
I'm
just
so hungry.
Bend the hair
Hurry
any which
up.
way you want.
Yeah, yeah. You get the little. Yeah.
I almost
All right.
peed.
Don't slip.
Well, as long as you don't
Magda.
slip on it, yeah.
I just thought of something. Hayden, make sure you set the timer for like under 2 minutes or something like that, right?
There's not a time. Well,
Oh,
okay.
That's even better.
settings because I think you
Maybe-
just close it.
Maybe it's when we're maybe we just call it. I
Oh,
forget. how
yeah,
many
there's
does it.
like there's
Yeah.
closed poll on a scheduled date, but yeah,
Okay.
I think we just close the poll.
Yeah, we'll call it. We'll say, all
Oh.
right, next one.
No, because there's a voting interval to allow people to vote multiple times. But yeah, we'll just call it when we call it.
All right. The next one is the spicegaze.jpg.
Oh boy.
God. Okay.
I was
Okay.
instructed
Spice.
to have-
Oh
Hold
no.
on. I was instructed to have Hoodie sing it.
Oh, I thought we were all gonna sing it.
Nope. I was
gonna be my
specifically.
On a one, on a two, on a three.
I'll tell you what I want, what I really want. I'll tell you what I
Tell me
want,
what I really want.
I was just gonna sing this part.
I wanna really wanna.
Sing
Look at
it again.
these,
If you wanna be my love, come on, guys, let's go.
All right, let's go. Everyone ready? Ready? 3, 2, 1.
1.
If
If you wanna be my lover, you gotta be lady
with
gay.
my friends.
You gotta be like Negado, so fucking gay.
There we go. See, he knows the words.
Oh,
Hey, there's
man.
Nerd Wars. Hey, Nerd Wars. Did you see K-pop Demon Hunters? It was good, right?
So
Hey, Nerd Wars.
Sorry,
We
I
got-
gotta
Dance for that, Nerd Wars.
we got Hayden. This is Nagano, right?
That's
Absolutely.
Nagano. Yeah.
That's me.
That's me. Hoodie, and then Yopops.
Yopops.
You're a
That's me.
completely different race. You were race swapped.
I'm Blackanese.
I think he would be.
Blackanese?
And
Yeah.
they-
Is
who
there
actually
something
knows
in my
which
mouth?
spices
What is my
they
mouth
are,
doing?
though?
I think at the end is that one. Well, it's the black chick. And then I don't know.
Am I like smoking a
it?
cigarette
It's
or something?
Scary, sporty.
Who's Posh?
I can't
Posh
remember
or
the order.
Baby.
Posh is the middle, then Baby. Yeah,
My Baby
Scary,
Spice?
sporty, Posh,
Ice.
Baby. And I
You're
can't
just
remember
missing
the
some
black.
bottom teeth, buddy.
About to say, what the
Goatee.
You got a hole through your lip for some reason. That's a new one.
I see your teeth so in a
Yeah,
full screen hoodie.
I am way prettier than you are. Holy shit.
He's got them teeth hair.
I still know how to use the mouth, so it's okay.
Ah, good lord.
And that's it.
All right. Well,
Okay.
All right.
let's run through them again with the names so people know what to vote for.
I'm going to pull
Are
it
we gonna
down just
wait?
for a sec. We'll have
Okay,
Hayden
wait
put
for it to go
the
up.
link
Get on it.
Yeah, I'm getting the link right now. So the first one is the switcheroo.
And I'll pull it back up for that.
Pull it up. Pull it up.
Switcheroo?
Pull it up.
Yeah, that's the switcheroo. The second one is Beach Naggy.
Mm-hmm. Looking good, Nagy. Keep pumping the iron.
I shall.
Keep it up. Keep wearing that turtleneck when you tan.
Yep.
This one is Super Figs.
Mm-hmm. And looks like it's in the chat right now.
Yep, I've got it in the chat now. Go vote. This is Nagget.
Dang, Nag.
Not vote for that.
Dang, Nag.
Enhance.
Nagadol is awfully quiet right now. I think he's like planning our demise. All right. And,
I'm just trying to win.
And
the
that
Spice
is
Kids?
Spice Gay.
You usually do.
All right, and I'm sharing the screen right now with the voting results.
That picture is cursed.
We got
That is-
14 votes in. Go get your votes in, guys.
Which one
It's
isn't
not going to be up
cursed?
for long.
I kind of like the
Ooh, it's
negative.
close.
Dang, Nagget.
All right. I'm voting.
Dag Nagget.
Technically, you could just say Nag IT. Like he's like a computer program or like a technology company or something.
No.
I'll give you that one, Nagernal. No.
Thank you for trying to save me.
No.
All right, guys, get your votes. Get your votes. We're gonna
Stop
close
voting
it
for
here in a moment.
Nagget.
Yeah, this is Super Figs getting a little bump there.
Oh, it's catching up.
Yeah,
I
Spice
think we need
Gaze
to-
is at 6 votes. Nagget is at 7.
I think we need to
Figs
call
at
it
4.
soon.
Yeah, let's do a countdown. We'll
Hi,
go to
guys.
9:52.
We'll give you 1 minute to get that
You
vote
got
done.
less than a minute.
Yeah, less than a minute. That's a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got like 30 seconds.
Sorry, Idaho Mike. We're new with this with Mo being gone. We didn't turn out the VPN.
Yeah.
No, I turned
It's
off
all
the
right.
VPN.
I know it always turns back on. You have to like turn it off again manually.
Don't know how to turn it off manually.
You gotta
I'm not-
do it.
Mo figured out how to do it. All right.
Oh wait, it's tied.
Oh,
Shit,
we're
we're
tied.
tied.
Oh, okay, so
Oh.
next time it changes, that's it.
Yep.
Next change is the win. It's either Nagget or Spice Gaze.
I think we waited way too long.
Yeah, we might have. That's all
Come
right.
on, guys. We need a tiebreaker.
We waited too long.
Oh no, we're only at an hour and 8 minutes.
Yeah, it's okay. And boom, there it is. Nagget wins.
Son of a-
Nagget wins.
So happy.
You'll never guess who that was.
Who was it?
Nagardol, you want to?
Riz-
I'll give you 2 guesses.
Well, I already know now.
Who?
Wait. Okay, yeah, it says Phantom X says I win in chat. So
You got it. The first guess. Good job.
actually, my first guess was Riz Kid. I should have
Yeah.
known. His would have looked a little. But the
Nerd
shit
Slap.
meme king is back on top.
Nerd Slap was the Super Figs. Let's see here. Jeff up north was the Beach Nagy. The Switcheroo was Freddie.
Nice.
Risk It was the Spice Girls. And again, he specifically asked me to have Hoodie sing it, and then he didn't do a solo. So,
ooh,
yeah.
We did it together.
Oh my God. And that concludes Secret Beaver. Thank you for all playing.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Congrats, Manimex.
Yay!
All right.
Yeah,
Yo,
congrats.
Pops, we do have a couple more chats to get to here.
Yes, let's do that. Let's see. Jeff up north is $1.99. What's up, Jeff? How you doing? This one is for the chat. Salute. Bam. Let's go. Let's go.
Hail,
Say
brother,
it.
my fellow
you,
Michigander. I did see your newest video, man. Keep it up. You're doing great. Those topics are so interesting to me, obviously, because I live in Michigan, but you're doing great, dude. Keep it up. And we got one more here.
Nerd Wars. What's up, Erwin? How you doing? Giving one GCA membership. Let's go. Thank you.
Thanks, Erwin.
Thank you, Erwin. All right, guys. The next topic here. This was something that I actually really didn't know about until earlier today. I'm sure you guys did, though. The Stop Killing Games EU petition has surpassed 1 million signatures. Like I said, was not aware of this. I guess this all sparked from The Crew, this 2014 racing game. The servers were shut off by Ubisoft, and people are not happy because they paid for the game and they still want to play it. Yeah. Hayden, have you been aware of this?
Yeah, so what this is it was a movement that was designed to take games that have an online check-in or have a single player mode, and for instead of companies being able to go, okay, we're not going to service this game anymore, it's dead now, to protect consumers and say, okay, if you bought the game and it has a single player mode, then yes, now we're going to put a patch in that basically just allows this to be run in single player. Then it got completely distorted, got really weird, got super convoluted. The wording wasn't super great in the original proposition that they were making. And then this guy who created it, Ross, I believe his last name was Ulbricht. He's the guy who created it. He went back in, and Pirate Software and a couple of other people came out and were trying to say that it was trying to make games like World of Warcraft where you could play them single player after the game was done, which would understandably require a ton of rebalancing and a ton of going back in and trying to change up a lot of the way that the game works. But that's not what it ever was. They kind of killed momentum in the Stop Killing Games movement early on. And then within this past month, Penguin Zero, or Charlie, made a video about it on YouTube, clarifying a lot of it. And a lot of people came out in support. Then they decided to move to a position where they were going to create a petition to where they would send that to the EU. And generally, if an EU petition gets to 1 million signatures, the EU looks at it and considers making some type of law or legislation that would control whatever this petitioned thing is. We don't know if it's actually hit 1 million signatures because it seems like there may have been a significant number of people from outside of the EU that made, fake accounts and documents to try to push them over the 1 million. But they do have a signature verification process that would make a lot of those invalid. So we don't know if it's actually.
It's at 1,294,818. So even if a good portion of those are fake, then it probably has passed 1 million.
But it would require 1 million of those to be within the EU for it to even be looked at. That being said, whenever government gets involved and starts to regulate things,
True.
A lot of the time they don't stop where you want them to stop. And that was one of the things Pirate Software ended his statement with on this was, I hope you get everything that you asked for and nothing more. Because he's a dick, he's a Nepo baby, and he's a game dev that runs a live service game. So he would obviously not want to be held to account in making his game playable in single player.
Now, I'm in the opinion that I think that it's okay for the government to step in for certain things. This proposal may not be perfect, but it's at least sparking the conversation and forcing lawmakers to take a look at it, because I believe that there are games out there that can easily be single player by not having to ding a login server, but are forced into planned obsolescence. And I think that the law could, prevent something like that. Here's an example of the EU doing something good. They wanted to have a universal charger between Android and Apple devices. Mm-hmm. So they decided that the USB Type-C was the most universal, hence the name USB. And now it actually forced iPhone into not having their proprietary chargers, and everybody can charge off of one plug.
Yeah, so, Apple had Lightning for a little while, and it was a completely proprietary, could only be used with certain models of the iPhone and iPad, and you had to use that.
Now, all of a sudden, you don't have to spend $70 for a charger. You can spend $20 for a charger, or just use the cable that you already had, because any device you've ever bought came with a free cable. So I think that, regulating, through government is needed in certain cases. And I don't like the like I was saying, planned obsolescence with a lot of these games, when all you have to do is remove having to ding a login server.
Yeah, DRM shit.
Yeah,
like that's all it is.
This does not work for live games like World of Warcraft or Fortnite and stuff like that, and that's why the greater conversation needs to happen, so you can make exceptions for that. But with exceptions come loopholes, and hopefully that doesn't happen with what we're trying to do here, which is if you buy a game that can easily be single player, you're not trying to play with anybody else. You can play it 45 years down the road.
Well, even Notch came back to Twitter, right? And he was like, yeah, this is stupid, because if buying a game doesn't mean that you own it, then pirating a game does not mean that you stole it.
Yep.
Because if you buy a game, you should be able to access that game in some form, unless, like, say it's something like World of Warcraft, which requires constant updates, maintenance, subscription services. Like, yeah, once you're done, yeah, I completely agree, Night Saber. DRM should automatically shut off when a game's online is shut down, and then you should only be able to access it in single player. But a lot of what this was so that people would also be able to have the game publicly and be able to host their own private servers and be able to expound on the game if they felt like it. It's a consumer protection thing. And we have consumer protection in basically every country in the world, where if you buy something, that is yours. They can't show up to your house and say, oh, this old model of vacuum we don't sell anymore, so you're not allowed to use it, so we're taking it back.
Yeah.
And not give you any kind of recompense for that.
Yeah. Now, what Nerd Wars says here, you want Liz Warren to protect gamers. Well, here's something that, maybe might be a good compromise. Make it to where games that don't, they actually, if they do make it difficult to play it single player when it should be played single player, that the end user can't get in trouble for pirating it.
Yeah,
I think that would be a fair law, like decriminalize pirating a piece of software that can't be used unless it's online only, which doesn't exist anymore.
But a lot of the movement for this entire thing was just to spark the conversation between gamers and developers and get them to find a middle ground so that the government doesn't have to be involved. That's the whole point. And Ross has said that multiple times, where he doesn't want government involved. Whenever they went to the EU to try to get this petition thing, this was his final swing of the bat. And he said that he was going to stop trying to make this happen as of, I believe it was the 30th of last month. He was done with it. It reached it just after the 30th. I can't remember exactly what day, but his whole point was to spark the conversation, to get game developers to talk to gamers and say, okay, where can we find the middle ground so we don't have to get a government involved? That was what his whole initiative was about for, I think, a year. And he finally got burnt out and said, I can't do this anymore. I hope someone picks it up. But as of, I think it was June 30th, he was no longer going to be involved. Now, I don't know if that's changed since they've hit the 1 million, but that was his point the entire time was, don't get government involved. We don't need that. The consumers and the people who are producing the product should talk to each other and find a middle ground where everybody can be happy.
Yeah. And, what this might do is, force the industry to change. Like old Nintendo games that you can't play anymore that were digital, they have the, the retro part of their online play now and stuff like that. Right.
Right.
So, I mean, as long as that service is offered and you can still play the game in some fashion, I don't have a problem with them, skirting whatever regulation there would be for that. But I mean, the whole reason why the gamers are talking about this is like we do see this as a problem developing it, and I'm glad that the conversation's happening, and maybe it'll cause these corporations to either hide it better or knock it off.
Well, and the thing is, like I said, they have this situation where they have a game and say people have bought it and they've played it for years, and then they decide they're not going to play it anymore. There have been games who will immediately go, okay, here's all of our code for the game. You can download it. You can modify it. You can run your own servers. Do whatever you want. We're not supporting it anymore. It's fine. It's not for sale anymore. And then they walk away from it and they let individuals run their own servers for like multiplayer games, stuff like that. Right.
Or like I was saying before, just decriminalize, someone else figuring out how to do that on their own.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
I think that's a little bit harder of a goal to go for, because you would have to be like, okay, well, after sales have halted, that's when you're able to do it. But it wouldn't be that much harder for them to do. I completely agree. It's just they have to just like find a way to allow people to still have access to the thing that they bought. And like I said, if you allow other people to run servers or you're allowing more things to happen, like, yes, if you're going to release your baby and be like, I'm not taking care of it anymore, you have to let somebody else take care of your baby. You can't stop other people from making sure your baby survives. That's all this really is.
Just say it's medicinal. You need it for cancer. Just like you do with weed. Do it just like that.
Well, Hayden, it does go on to say in that article that a lot of those signatures are not real.
Yeah.
They're not valid.
Yep.
They're not valid. Right. A lot of people make fake accounts and stuff, and they do verify the signatures.
So he said they're going to need pretty much another million of legit signatures. So.
Absolutely.
And now, a lot of this is happening too. Let's just be realistic of what's happening here. The physical media part of the industry is gone. It doesn't exist anymore, right? Even when you buy an Xbox or PlayStation game, it still wants to hit the PlayStation servers before you use it, right? For the most part. There's some exceptions, right? So there aren't, physical media is done. So people are seeing like a dystopian future, and we just need to have that conversation, right?
Yeah, the argument a lot of people use is they're like, oh, yeah, no, they can only fit so much data on a disc or so much data on a cartridge. And yeah, that's absolutely bullshit, because they tried to say that for Stellar Blade. Stellar Blade, you didn't ever have to hit the server. I bought a PlayStation 5 and a physical copy of Stellar Blade because I knew that I could play the game off of the disc. And my first playthrough
still
of
the only way you can play with certain outfits.
Yeah, I was not ever connected to the internet whenever I played that game.
Yep.
But yeah, there is a certain amount. There is like obviously a certain limit because you got games like Red Dead Redemption 2 where it's 2 discs. You have to preload 1 disc and then put the other disc in to get the rest of the game. But that's been a thing forever because like look at PC games where you have like 4 discs that you have to install onto it. And I'd still take that over downloading a game that I can't hold in my hands.
Don't give me half a game and then make me download the other half and have to ding your server.
Yeah, that's
the sad reality is that's just how the industry is now. When you ship a game, you're not actually done with it yet. You're still finishing it. That's just how the industry is now. So that's why they call it day zero patch. Is the day zero is the patch of the game actually being finished on the first day.
Yeah.
So.
But the day zero patch for Stellar Blade, the only thing that it did was remove some of the outfits.
Correct.
Yeah, it took away.
Well, no, it probably did more than that, Hayden, because there were performance issues and glitches that were probably fixed on that day zero patch.
I didn't notice any glitches.
I can say from my personal perspective, not having downloaded the day zero patch, I did not have any glitches. I didn't have any performance issues.
I read articles about how people were having glitch issues, and those were specifically fixed in one of those patches that removed the outfits. So
it's a vague term, though. It could be like, or hair was clipping, and
like people's characters were getting stuck in a rock or whatever. Like I remember reading about it.
Oh, sounds like Fallout.
Get good.
But do you also think that there's a chance, just a chance, that could be some kind of propaganda to get people to download?
No, Hayden, games are not finished when they ship.
No, I know that. I'm asking you a specific question.
Do
you not think that there's any way that could? There's no world in existence that could have just been propaganda to get people to download it.
I guess if you want to put your tinfoil hat on, but it was in the patch notes that the Stellar Blade devs said it fixed actual performance issues, and people were complaining about frame rate issues as well. So
yeah, I didn't experience any of those, and I played through the entire game. Never had an issue. But
most people
anyway, most of the time, whenever they're selling discs or cartridges at this point, they're selling cartridge keys. And we've heard Nintendo talk about that, right? Where it's only got a portion of the game on it, and then you have to download the rest of the game and also the patch. And
yeah, who thought that Nintendo was going to abandon physical before everyone else?
Yeah.
Yeah,
right?
That's crazy.
They still pretend like it's physical, but it's not.
Well, so I bought the Switch 2 Mario Kart World bundle at launch, and I didn't get a cartridge for Mario Kart World, and I was very upset about it. I just got a game code that I had to download. When previously I had bought the I want to say it was Pokemon Go and Nintendo Switch. Like that was the first Switch that I bought, was Pokemon Go collab with Nintendo Switch. And that had the full game on the cartridge. Now that game wasn't as big, obviously, as Mario Kart World, but it's clear that they're moving away from actual physical copies and trying to lull you into a sense of security by selling you a physical key that you have to put into your system so that you can download the game.
Yeah, that they can shut off anytime they want to.
Yep. As long as you're connected to the internet, they can shut you down at any point.
I always, I know, because I know it's the thing. Like, I know there's actual, like, porn games on computers and shit like that when you go look it up, right? But imagine like a porn game that like mature 18 people have to buy that's like distributed in stores and shit. And you have to get like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, they used to. They tried.
You know, be like Rocksteady,
Playboy
like
game, and
like, you know what I'm saying? Like a Rocksteady, they get like EA games or some shit. They're like get this, it's porn, and we're gonna make this game like. And we're gonna distribute it in Walmart and Hannaford's and where the fuck.
Well, Walmart wouldn't distribute those kind of games.
They could have it at the liquor stores in the corner. You know, they have the nudie mags and they have it like covered and shit. They could kind of do it like that.
Yeah, there was a Playboy game.
They could have the little curtain that you walk behind on one of the aisles.
Yeah. Because you could be like, listen, Zachary, you fucking retard. Just go online and just play the game. Like, you know, look up your 3D model. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking of a game that's like, you're like, hey, we're Horizon Forbidden West, but it's like, like this porn game coming out, and they're like, it's advertised stuff, but they're like only adults.
Dude, Playboy, the video game was basically like that. I mean,
yeah,
it was like
dude,
The
100%.
Sims. It was like The Sims, except the girls were topless, and you could find covers to Playboys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm just saying, like, go big or go home.
Yeah, but ultimately, to like circle back on it, this whole initiative was to find a way to stop like allowing games to just be end of life, where they just disappear into the dust, like Thanos snapping and Spider-Man just turning into a billion pieces of dust, and instead hand it over to the people and say, okay, if you want to keep this going, you keep this going. And it wasn't all of that other bullshit that got brought up.
One of the compromises that I was reading about is a nonprofit consortium starting up to where they would like facilitate, verifying if people owned a game or not and like let them play type of thing. So that would have to be some sort of like
on disc. I can send you a fucking picture of it.
Well, yeah, that's
my camera on right now, and I can show you the game.
That's one of the ways that you can prove it. Yes.
Yeah,
So
nice.
so that's what that consortium would be for, is to
but instead
be
of
the facilitator of that that server ping to let people play it.
Yeah.
Instead of having to do that, I don't want to like give the government the control to say, oh, companies have to do this, but
right,
it would just be like common courtesy, like have a single player built into your game that like just don't make your games completely online, so you have to shut your server down when people stop playing it or whatever.
And that was the point of this was again, this initiative ran for I think a year, and they had never considered actually going to a government up until it came to this final little bit, and they were like, okay, this is the last thing that we know to do because we're not getting the conversation like flowing. So we're going to go to a government and try to get government involved. Either you guys start talking or we get enough signatures and we get government involved.
Right. And like I said in my video, I did a video on this, and it's like, who knows if this will even anything will actually come of this, because it's a petition. Yeah. Most of the time petitions like nothing almost never comes from just signing a
petitions actually do a lot better in the UK than they do in the US. That was one of the reasons that Obama instituted that change.org.
Thanks,
because
Obama.
Petitions were doing really well in the UK. And then they cared about 2 petitions that got 1 million signatures in the United States, and then they stopped caring about them completely. Yeah, it was that's kind of where that came from, because the UK actually has a pretty good track record with the petitions actually causing some type of change.
Yeah,
but again,
sorry, Cassie, I'm freaking starving here.
I think it's good that the conversations, at least moving forward, because people are talking about more, and we need to voice our opinion. Because culture can drive how these things turn out. So
we need to take a stand. We need to make a difference.
All right, let's shift the topic. One last quick topic here, and we'll get to outros. This one, back to Harry Potter.
Oh no, I'm so sick and tired of.
I don't think anyone's surprised by this, but Harry Potter film actor calls fans racist over Snape casting backlash.
Oh yeah, we're the racist
Isaacs.
One.
What is it?
Said we're the racist ones.
So Jason Isaacs, everyone knows he played Malfoy in the original film series. He's now publicly speaking out against fans who have voiced criticism over the casting of Papa, I don't know how to say his name, as Papa. Severus Snape. Speaking at Fan Expo Denver, Isaacs did not hold back, accusing online commenters of prejudice and declaring Isuto one of the best actors I've ever seen in my life. Going on to say, I've seen some people online who are being rude about him. What they're being is racist. Right to the point. Nomi, I want your
blow me.
thoughts on this. Nomi, what do you think about this?
I think he's literally not understanding of the amazing opportunity that he was given to him years ago when they started filming Harry Potter, and he got the role of Lucius, right? Lucius.
Yep.
When it really is like people who are huge fans of Harry Potter, like Jessica Lindstrom, others that I can't remember. Oh, Lily, 300 Mirrors. We would like to see it be as book accurate as possible. It's not about a racist thing. We want to see that. And that's what this actor is not getting through his head. It's not because we hate Black people. It's because we just want to see something that's, it's refreshing to see that's going to be close to the lore as possible. That's all we're asking. But he had to go and twist it. And make
Like they do.
Make it an issue that it's I'm always going to continue saying this. They're always going to make it an issue that doesn't need to be an issue. And I don't know that they're just trying to rage bait everybody. Like, the people who are empaths or like don't know what side they stand for, but I'm against racism and hateful people. They're baiting that like, you can't have that because, these people here like J.K. Rowling, they're racist and transphobic. They need to give an opportunity to this person here who doesn't look anything, that has a long nose, pale skin as almost milk. So,
Yeah, no, it's just another example of, we've seen these actors and people in Hollywood calling, racist is a very heavy term to just throw around. You can't just throw it around. And like, you're calling a group of people who are, like you said, passionate fans. They love the lore. They want it to be as accurate as possible. And you're just calling an entire group of people racist, which is just going to cause more, toxic discussions. And I don't see why anyone would say that. And like, you have to know what you're saying, right? Like, you have to know, especially in 2025. We've seen this shit the past 10 years.
I think he's just retarded.
Do you just want people on your side? Like, do you want to be on the right side of history? Like, I just don't understand what they think before they speak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he thinks it's just that simple. It's like, oh, you're racist because you don't like this Black person in this movie, even though, because he tried to justify it by saying that he's like one of the best actors I know. But it's like, these actors need to have like integrity. Be like I may be a great actor, but I don't fit this role. Like, I'm not white. My skin color, I don't look anything like this character. Like, you should have some kind of integrity and be like, no, like, turn down the role. But of course, they can't do that.
Well,
and
here's the thing.
Of course, we're the racist ones. They're not racist for wanting to get rid of all these white people, but we're racist for saying this character doesn't fit.
It's what you're saying. I'm just gonna go off what you're just saying, Navernal. It's like, this actor has amazing talent. Like, okay, well, what is he known for? What are they known for? I haven't seen them in anything. Like, they have to earn it. They have to get the recognition before given to them. It's not like it's owed to them to be oh my gosh, what character is he playing? I know Snape. He cannot, just because he's a Black man, he's like, it's owed to me that I get to play a significant character in Harry Potter because I've worked hard for it. Okay, you worked hard for it, but like, where is it?
Right. Well, I mean, the big issue here is that, you know what, Papa Isidu may be the best actor of this generation. He may actually be one of the absolute greats, and we may see him in everything from here to the end of his life going from this point forward. However, he's not a sallow-skinned white male.
Exactly.
That's the reason that we had such a great Snape with Alan Rickman. Because Alan Rickman actually fit the description of Snape. And if it's not lore accurate, well, we don't want it. You told
No,
us
we
this
don't.
was going to be more lore accurate. And
Yeah,
then
that's the
your
great-
first announcement was Snape's black. Like, okay, nobody asked for that.
Mhm.
Not
Yeah,
even
and
black
that-
people were asking for Snape to be black.
Well, not only that too, like none of us asked for this too, but like, you know, there was the whole discussion that everyone had, like, well, what's gonna happen when they all say mudblood or mugblood? That's not gonna
Or
go well, right? They're gonna
when they-
probably take that out.
When James Potter and his gang hang Snape from a tree.
Oh,
That's gonna be
yeah,
awkward.
yeah,
God.
exactly, guys.
You know, I will say this, right, to add to you guys, is right. If they want to go ahead and do what the fuck they want to do, fine, let them do it. You know, who gives a shit, right? We're just not going to watch it, right?
Yeah.
But then we're the bad guys because we're not watching it now.
Oh yeah.
We are now the
Yep.
racists
Racists.
because we don't want.
And
to
it's like,
watch
bro, you like, you know, we
thing.
just chose not to watch a movie instead of hating on it. We just like let it go, like, you know, let it crash and burn, so your results can show themselves. And when they do, now all of a sudden it's our fault. Like,
But
Yeah,
okay.
they will literally say that.
the
Yeah,
thing
but
that they hate even more is whenever fans like, you know, me, Jess, a couple others, whenever we do actually watch it and then we get on the internet and bitch about it. They hate that more than anything. How dare we tear down their idols?
Mhm.
And we're
No,
going to.
like I said, they think they're on the right side of history. Everything that they believe is the moral, the good way, and everyone else is just racist bigots.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
And I don't think that's ever really gonna go away. But
Mm.
Medea, what do you think about it?
Well, you know, I don't really care about Harry Potter, but I agree with you guys. You know, if he's a good actor, as you know, they claim, I'm pretty sure he can have plenty of opportunities to show his talent. You know, he can play, you know, difficult roles, you know, to show that he can, you know, assume, you know, different roles or different, you know, species. He can play a monkey or a whale or a table or whatever you want.
Oh, I gotta be a monkey. That's gotta be a monkey.
Whatever to, you know, to and do like, you know, phenomenal in that. Get an Oscar for playing a table or whatever. You know, and it doesn't have to ruin.
Medea, what the
No, we know what you're saying. If he can pull off a better Severus Snape than Alan Rickman, then fuck, he's the best actor ever. Please cast him in everything.
Yes,
But
except
he's
he
got to
still
go the
doesn't
full
look
method
like
actor. Yeah, he's got to go full method actor route. They got to Michael Jackson him, paint his skin or whatever, pour acid on whatever they did, and
Well,
he's
He's
got
a
nice
dude
even
dressed as
my
a dude,
nose.
acting like another dude.
Yeah. If he wants to go that route, then have at it.
Yeah, no, I agree. If they give him prosthetics and make him sallow skinned and I believe one of the quotes is skin the color of sour milk.
Yeah.
Like
Sour milk.
if they decide to do that, great. But sour milk in my refrigerator has never been black. It's always been like just kind of like greenish yellow whenever it got to that point.
They're
Like,
gonna
it's gross.
rewrite it. They're gonna rewrite it saying like as skin as dark as the mold on your lima beans hidden in your fridge that you forgot to take out in the trash.
And then we hung him from a tree.
I'll keep that part in.
Yeah. Then we got to get these motherfucking Snapes off this motherfucking plane.
The whole thing is too, like, if they just said a War Machine in Marvel is gonna be cast as a white guy, I would be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no.
Like, that's
Yeah, that
not
would've
his
been weird.
character. Like, that's not.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like.
Yeah, we don't want.
I
like,
think
we
they're
don't want
doing
a
that
white
actually.
spawn.
Isn't there a
Black
white
Panther,
Panther? Unless that's a mistake.
It's
Yeah,
his
no,
son.
yeah.
It's T'Challa's son. Yes.
Yeah, I'm
But-
like,
they're-
bro, we felt like, well, like what? It's finally happening, bro. We finally get our moment, bro.
No,
like,
he's-
hey,
he's gonna
guys
be a-
want diversity, equity, inclusion.
I have
You
said
got
this
it.
since they announced that he's going to be a Donald Trump-like character taking over Wakanda, and he's going to end up being the bad guy.
I love
No,
Wakanda.
probably.
Wakanda's the best.
Make Wakanda great again. We're going to be the greatest country on the planet.
So yeah, I don't
Yeah, none of us asked
blame.
for
I'm
this.
not gonna blame the actor for taking the job. I'm not blaming the actor.
I am. He
no.
should say, I don't look like Snape. Why are you trying to cast me for this? Please.
And also, yeah, he should know
find
better.
somebody better. Yeah, integrity. Isn't these people have no integrity?
Are you gonna
They just
take
the job?
Okay, you're talking about Hollywood, Naganol. When has Hollywood ever been synonymous with integrity?
You know, I'm just gonna throw
work
that.
is
I'm just
work.
gonna throw that out there. The perfect way to describe Hollywood is that cartoon show Smiling Friends, when they do this episode about a character named Mr. Frog, and they hire this young Ghibli to go ahead and replace Mr. Frog to do the same done, to be like accurate, and then the guy behind the fucking show is like, yeah, that spitting thing you did it before, don't do that now. Now, like, we're gonna make this show back on top, and then when they fuck up, he's like, I thought this was gonna be the greatest thing.
Yeah, I remember that episode. I remember that episode. That's a good show.
Oh yeah, we're all racist, guys.
No, his expecto patronum will be a Glock.
Yeah.
I could say something extremely racist right now. I'll spare everyone.
Nope, you're not gonna do that. So, I think we will move on to outros. Mr. Hayden Wayne, what do you have coming up here?
I
actually
don't
no.
know.
We have some chats. Hold on, I'm sorry.
Yeah, let's do some chats.
Oh, chats, chat it up.
What do we got? Let's see. I think we got. Did we already get Nightsaber? Or no, Nightsaber. Give the one GCA membership. If already got you, well, you get a double one, so you got your money's worth on that one.
Thank you, Nightsaber. Good dude.
Yes, thank you, Nightsaber. And then Isaac with the 2. Yo, what did I miss? You missed everything. You missed
a lot.
You missed a lot.
Yeah.
What's up, Isaac?
We had no
Go back,
technical
rewatch
difficulties.
the whole thing.
The show
Just-
went perfectly fine. Perfect show.
It's the best show.
You know what? I don't know if
greatest
the
show.
technical difficulties that did or did not happen were Isaac's fault or Mo's fault, but it was
we could do 50-50. We'll do a little 50-50.
Probably equal.
Maybe 60-40. 60 Isaac, 40 Mo, just because it's Isaac. But anyways, Nightsaber with another GCA membership. Let's go. Thank you so much for your generosity, Nightsaber. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you, Nightsaber.
And then we got Risk It for a Biscuit, 1 GCA membership with the gifty. Thank you so much, Risk It. How you doing out there, brother? Thank you so much, man. And then let's see. Isaac again with the 2. Hoodie is a good host. I won't deport him yet. Jeez.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Just kidding.
all you got to do is fuck up once, Hoodie.
I know. I'm on his good side right now. I'm on his good side, guys.
You'll have to admit where you're from, Hoodie. Otherwise, you're going to El Salvador.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Or Alligator Alcatraz.
I'm calling number right now.
Yeah, but you're gonna self-report.
All right.
In the background.
All right, let's move on to outros, everybody. For real this time. Hayden Wayne, what do you got coming up, sir?
As far as I know, just next Monday, I'll be hanging out with ABF on Off the Hip. And other than that, I might randomly pop up on some stream at some time during the week. I never know what I'm doing. And then sometimes I do shit on my own channel, but it's pretty rare at this point because I'm a busy fucking bee. My job keeps making everything way more difficult for me to do YouTube after I picked up YouTube as a hobby, these fuckers. But they pay the bills, so yeah. Catch me, I don't know, somewhere. I'll pop up.
All right. Mr. ABF, what do you got coming up?
You'll see me on various Nerd Wars and the Angry Badger streams throughout the week. Other than that, you can catch me next on my channel for Off the Hip, 9 p.m. Eastern on Mondays. Also, I'm 1 sub away from 1350 right now.
Get him there.
Come on, chat.
Sub up.
Two now. He's two away.
I'm 2 away from 1350, everybody.
And he has merch. Buy his merch.
That's awesome. Yo, Pops, what are you doing in the next few days? You covering anything?
I mean, if something pops off, yes, but I mean, I can't go start the shit, right? So, I don't know. It's kind of all up in the air right now.
I mean, you could.
Well, I'm not gonna do all. Nah, that's a story for a different show. But no, I gotta get my internet sussed out right now, so I can't really like do stuff at home because my internet's kind of, I don't know, it's stupid. It's a long story, so I gotta get that figured out. But yeah, if there's any incidents going on, I'll definitely keep my eye out, check that out. And then I'm busy with I gotta renew my real estate license, so I'm busy with that, so I won't be be able to really do much. But yeah, if anything pops off, we'll get out there. You can find me on Twitter, X, Kick, YoPops215. Find me there.
No, that's awesome. You're staying busy, man. Hell yeah.
I'm trying.
Lady Medea, what do you have coming up?
Not too much, aside from the movie tomorrow, and probably a review at some point during the weekend. Still packing, still working on the move. It's coming up quickly, the end of the month. So yeah, staying busy with that. But other than that, nothing interesting here.
You got your little puppers with you.
Little Popper is very heavy now. She's not as little anymore. She used to be so cute and tiny, and she's
gonna full size.
She's very porky. She's very porky now.
Getting big.
There we go. Look at the
puppy.
Oh, Miss Kaya.
Kaya.
Oh.
Good girl.
Yeah, no, awesome. Looking forward to doing a review with you for Superman. For sure. Nomi, what's going on with you?
I'm not sure if I have anything coming up Thursday, Friday, but Saturday you can catch me playing video games with Sevi and Moss. Just follow me at Nomi Without You on X.
Awesome. Looking forward to see what you make for dinner next week.
I have a lot of things I can make for dinner next week.
He's like, I can't wait to see you back in the kitchen next week.
Oh, good lord!
That is not. That is not what I said. That is not what I said.
God damn.
We do not put up with misogyny.
Yeah, I make it.
Very convincing.
I make it for the loved ones here in my house that they're not a bald fat fuck. So.
Whoa, weird on that. Oh, dude.
Oh.
Okay. Moving on, Mr. Nagarnal, what do you have coming up?
Oh man, I've been putting out videos like almost every day on my channel, and thank you all for getting my video. I put a video out yesterday, less than 24 hours ago. It's over 221 views now. It's fucking awesome. Thank you guys. But yeah, just keep an eye on my channel. I'll be putting up more videos and live streams and all sorts of shit. So shout out.
Shout out. I'm gonna have to play Red Dead Redemption with you one of these days.
Yeah. Me and Norman are gonna play tomorrow night. Actually, I think 7 p.m. Eastern. We're gonna play some Red Dead online because he's never played before, and I've put a ton of hours into it. It's a lot of fun if you got a posse.
I'm gonna start playing Red Dead Redemption 2 sometime in the near future, whenever I'm off work. But I might be down to hook up with you guys online at some point because.
If you're on PlayStation, because it's not crossplay.
No, okay. If it's not crossplay, no.
Never mind.
No, forget it.
Well, see you later.
Okay, and then Zachary Zart, what do you want to plug? Anything you want to show us?
If you want to see any artwork and stuff like that, go on Instagram. My same tag handle is Zachary's Art, all lowercase, spelled as is. yeah, I'm always posting. I haven't been posting lately. I gotta catch up on that, but I still have a shit ton of artwork that is constantly coming out, and I'm working on a couple commissions. This is the one I just finished penciling right about now. I still gotta like make the lines darker, but for the most part, this cover's fully penciled. And okay, so you're gonna have to full screen me. So
Take
here
it back
we go.
just a little bit. Bring it back from the camera just a little bit.
All right.
Yeah.
How about
Okay.
Sweet.
now?
Yeah, that looks good.
So what's going on here?
So pretty much 2 superhero characters got their ass kicked. It's a villain scene, like it's a villain cover type. So you got like the villains and whatnot kind of making their appearance. But that's pretty much it for that. Yeah, just kind of tighten it up a little bit. But yeah, pretty good. Pretty good.
Do you have like a favorite piece you've ever done? Like, you have something that's you're proud of. It's your baby.
I can't be proud of a specific art piece that I've done because, to be honest, I can't stand any of the work that I do. Like I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm having, this is actually pretty cool. But then the next day I'll be like, well, this is fucking garbage now. Like I need to do something else. But I'd say the one thing I'm proud of is the comic book I'm working on, which is a alien character, big into sci-fi. I'm a sucker for that kind of shit. And I've had this story, all this, that character since I was a kid, and I've released a few books with him in it, but I am restarting it from the beginning and really taking it ongoing. So I'm working with Vaughn on that, as well as Joe Sontag and Kayla and whatnot, to do something really special. So there's some big stuff along the way. We'll see how it goes, but I can promise it is something that's going to be I'm super excited for.
Awesome, man. That's awesome. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching another episode of Late and Gay with us. Can't believe it's on episode 67. Absolutely insane. But
almost at 69.
Just 2 more.
It'll be a special show. Thank you, Chad.
We don't even have our 6.
We'll do it live.
Oops.
This really triggers me.
Let them fight.
Say hello to my little friend! Wild card, bitches!
Yeah, I'm working on it. I just gotta backdoor the phone system.
Right there, yo, Pop. I speak at the English.
Once I got in there, I hooked up with Jeremy.
That means you're gay.
I just want this.
I almost used the F word.
Give me the meat and give it to me raw.
What's happening, hot stuff?
I could go really hard into this stuff.
Take the pants off. Take your pants off.
I'm looking at porn.
Oh, no more Yankee, my wanky.